it's working. Yeehaw! I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, yay. I gotta figure out where we're setting this guy up at. Okay, what is up? We're working, we're live. Let me get on Instagram. Oh, no, that is not Instagram. This is Instagram. We are live. I'm so excited. Yeehaw! Oh, yay! Awesome, 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 awesome. What is up, people? What is up? Hey, everybody. We are live. So we're also streaming over on YouTube. So be sure if you are on Instagram, that's awesome. If you're over at YouTube, that's awesome. The cameras are really close to each other, so hopefully we're not getting any like reverb. If there are any issues with the live, just let me know because I'm still figuring everything out. I've got Instagram figured out really well. YouTube, I'm still kind of touching base on. Hey Zaza, how are you this evening? Welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm so excited. Look what I have behind me here. So I guess I can slide my table over a little bit. YouTube can see really good. Let's see, they've got kind of that wider angle. All my goodies and all my crazy notes that I have everywhere. I'm like a mad scientist. Also, I have some netting back there, so doing some repairs here. Hey, littles! Oh, yay! I will frantically wave back. How are you? Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Oh my gosh, I have been waiting all week to be live. Richard, South Carolina, what is up? Tennessee representing over here, but South Carolina is actually not that far. I'm pretty close to the North Carolina border, and Virginia, I'm a little bit around everybody. So welcome, welcome. Littles, how are you this evening? I love that you DM'd me the other night, and you're like, are you going live? I mean, like, it broke my heart that I had to say no, but I'm so tickled that you made it out tonight. Raging Rax, what is up? Yes, yes, I've been waiting for this day. Oh, you are so sweet. We gotta do, like, the old school heart and the new school heart, and that's all the hearts I know. Oh yeah, and then like this, there's so many different hearts, right? Oh my gosh, so we have kind of like a treat for you guys. There is, actually I'm just going to wait until we get some more people in. If you're in here now, share to everybody. If you have not entered our Gecko giveaway over at yetigex.com, all you have to do is join the Gecko Club. It's free. We will be doing that drawing at the end of the month, I believe. Let's see, March. The last day is on a Monday, so we will actually probably do that drawing on April 1st. You only need to enter one time to be forever entered. Now, I do only allow each winner to only win once. It is for a free gecko. So lots of goodies over there. Hello, hello. What is up, everybody? Oh, I'm so happy to hear that you are doing great. We actually have had some sunshine here the last couple days, although it got really cold last night. So I had to delay shipping some geckos, but we got them out tonight. I am so looking forward to their new owners letting me know that they made it, that their geckos made it safely, and that they're super excited. Hello, hello. So I'm kind of curious on what you guys want to do first. Do we want to talk about new items coming to the website? We can talk about new deals that we're doing. I also have some really cool geckos that I want to show off, and I have some great questions that were submitted. Hey, Monica, how are you? Monica over on YouTube says, hello, Brianna. My Plum is great. She recently got her first crested gecko who was nicknamed Plum, and it's a beautiful lavender gecko. And little Plum is just doing so wonderful. Oh, I love it. I love it. Monica votes for new items. Okay, so here in a couple weeks, and I'm debating on doing like pre-orders, but we are going to have these amazing PVC acrylic tanks available. Now, it is, of course, going to be free shipping. They are going to come with all of the goodies. These guys are going to be $129 with everything you need. So if you are new to crested geckos, or maybe you've got a young crested gecko that is ready for an upgraded enclosure, this is a 12, 18. And I will stand casually by it so you can see an adult enclosure is not that big. This is the same size as the enclosures behind me These behind me are just made in bigger, or like a 4 condo unit. Some of them are a little bit deeper, and really these are perfect. Now, if you have like a super size crested gecko, an extra large crested gecko, it is perfectly okay. Oh, looks like my face is cut off on YouTube. Sorry, guys. It is perfectly okay to upgrade and do a little bit bigger, but for right now, we are offering these guys. So again, right now, shipping is going to look like about 4 to 6 weeks out. I have not released them on the website yet, but they are coming very, very soon. So if you are needing something for your adult crested gecko, now you can also house young crested geckos in here. Just be sure to let me know approximately the size of your gecko so I can make sure that you are set up appropriately for a younger gecko. I am so sorry, YouTube. I look like a headless mannequin. We're going to try to fix you up. I'm not used to this wide camera. So I got to get down here for the YouTubers. So yes, so these are wonderful. They have excellent ventilation. So the top is ventilated. All 3 of the back panels are ventilated as well. And they have double locks. So super easy to clean. Great clarity on the front here. And all you do is just slide these 2 into place and they lock magnetically. The way that these lock is great if you're going to use a magnetic lock. Some magnetic locks, if the gecko is larger and jumps on the door, it will pop open. It will push those magnets apart. But the way that this is made, and I will bring it up a little bit closer for you guys, if they hop on the front, those latches stop the gecko from opening it up. So you can see this tank is absolutely awesome. Yes, my fingerprints are kind of on it there. So yes, look how lightweight. I absolutely love this enclosure. You can put a light on it. You just don't want to put any heat on this guy. LEDs only. And of course, with crested geckos, they're not going to do really that great under heat as well. Hey, AAA Jack, how are you? Jacob, welcome. We've got Kaylane or Clane, not quite sure on the enunciation there. Be sure, if you're coming in, to go ahead and share the live. We've got a couple people over on YouTube. So these are going to be newly available. Shipping is going to be free. They are going to come with everything that the gecko will need. So let us have a peek and see what they're going to come with. Also, just so you know, I built this tank pretty quickly by myself, so it's definitely doable for one person. You know, if you have extra hands, you're probably going to build it a little bit quicker, but the instructions are really clear. So, of course, we're going to send you with a super cool sticker and some food dishes here. These are food-safe silicone. Everybody needs gecko food, so some gecko food's going to be included with every closure. And a little bit of foliage. So there we are. So all 3 of these things are going to come with this tank. Super easy. You can purchase these individually, or if you want to add them on with your new crested gecko, you can do that as well. These tanks are going to be $129 with all of the goodies. And again, free shipping. So I am super excited. So that is our new item that is coming soon to the website. Now, for everybody that is in here right now, I just want to let you know that you are getting first dibs on our March Madness sale that has begun. Emails are rolling out right now. Be sure to check your spam and promotional folders. If you want like the full details, or you can just click on over to the website. So we are doing free shipping as always, but every crested gecko right now we're doing are going to be, the cresteds are $175 shipped, or if you want to do 2, you can get them for $225. So it's just a $50 upgrade to get 2. These are adult crested geckos. It's kind of like a mystery. They're super fun. There's Dalmatians. I actually brought a couple to show you guys. Yes, yes, yes. So they are typically between like 5 and 10 years old. And if you are familiar with crested geckos, they live in captivity 15 to 25 years. So some of the females are still producing eggs, but these guys are very, very calm and relaxed if you're looking for your first gecko. Or if you're curious and like a little mystery bundle, definitely swing on over to the website, yetigex.com, where you can check out our March Madness deal. Now, let me show you a couple. So this is Taco, and Taco is included in our, hi honeys, were you sleeping? Taco is included in our March Madness deal. Look at this guy. Check out that big, beautiful head. Tell me he is not the cutest. And he's kind of misfired right now. Super, super sweet. Very calm. He's definitely looking for a safe place to sleep at because I just awoken him. And my ceiling is very dark, so he's just checking it out up there. Isn't he just a doll baby? So there will be males and females in the March Madness deal. I just wanted to show you this adorable guy. I know, you're so cute. Where are you going? He's like, Mommy, I'm coming out. It's hangout time. Okay. Okay, you little sweet thing. Oh my gosh, she's such a doll baby. Such a doll baby. I know, I know. He's like, no, no, let me play. Do, 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 do. Okay, back in your little cup so I can show them somebody else. I know, you're adorable. So that is Taco. He is going to be part of our March Madness sale. And then I have the General. Now the General is fired down, and he is a very large boy. He is a phantom quad stripe. Look how cool this guy is. I love the neon pins. You guys can maybe see on YouTube. Looks like we're a little whited out here. Isn't he so neat? He's got this really funky misfire going on. So adorable. And I just wanted to touch base on one of the questions that was submitted. So we had some awesome questions submitted usually a couple days before I do the live. You can check out my stories, and I will do like a Dropbox where you can submit questions. Of course, you can always tag them or drop them. Oh my gosh, look how sweet. He's just like a little puppy. You are just the sweetest. He's like, why did you name me the General? Because you're just so cool. You're the boss. Oh, I just love them. Okay, clearly I'm obsessed. If you are not familiar with these guys, they are amazing. But talking about questions submitted. So one of the questions that were submitted was, let's see, what does their skin feel like? So it kind of does feel like skin. I've heard velvet, I've heard suede. Some of you guys that own Crested Geckos, what is up? Hey, 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 how are you guys? Parkour, rock and roll. We got Lucky Chameleons in the house. I appreciate you guys coming by. Be sure to share. We're going over some really cool goodies that are new and coming to the website. Plus, if you are in right now, you get first dibs on our March Madness sale that we are doing. But they actually have scales, but their scales are so soft and so small that they do kind of feel like skin. So that was a great question from somebody that has never owned a crested gecko. These guys are super squishy, so you just have to be mindful. Oh, did I spook you? You have to be mindful whenever you're holding them, just to make sure you don't squeeze them, because they do have soft, flexible bones, and they're so soft. They are so soft. So that is the General. He will be included in our March Madness deal. We're going to be having males and females. You can check out the website now. That sale is live. All right, let me show you a sweet little female from the March Madness sale. This is Bridget. Hi. Hi, cutie. So Bridget is a little bit more petite and very curious about the ceiling, as they are, but she has this super cool fired down look. She's like this nice pale blue, couple of cute little Dalmatian spots, and if you're curious, she is also a quad stripe. So that line down her belly is on both sides. It's a little broken on the other side, or it has gaps. There we go. Look at this little happy girl. Oh my gosh, absolutely love her. So Bridget is also going to be included in the March Madness. Now, if you are not ready for 2 Crested Geckos, you can just get 1, and we are still going to do an awesome deal for you. There we go. Sit still now. All right. Let me show you guys a couple of other geckos. So you may have been here before and seen Dancer. Dancer is a high-end lily white. This one is available on the website. This is a male. He is fully fired, and we'll try to get up a little bit closer for YouTube, and then we will have a look over. Oh, why is it so blurry? Is it going to not get blurry? Oh, Instagram's got it. Instagram can see. If you're curious, hey, what is up? How is everybody? Isn't he beautiful? Oh my gosh. So usually when they have that pink dorsal, see if YouTube can see. We're just going to get up in personal YouTube. Bam! Gecko kisses. Gecko kisses. But usually when their dorsum is that pretty pink color, they actually go really, really white. And his dad is really, really white. So beautiful cornerstone male. This is Dancer. Show you guys right there so you can see some awesome pictures of him on the website. Now, don't forget, taxes already worked into the geckos. Also, shipping's free, and they come with freebies. So the price that you see listed is all you have to pay for. Everything else is going to be included. This little guy is Zen, and I say guy, but it could be a girl. I'm not sure. I have not checked. And this is Zen. So you can see Zen, super sweet, young crested gecko. This little gecko would do great in an 8-8-12 or 8-8-10. You can do bins. You can put them in an adult enclosure like the ones that are coming to the website. It's just very important that you keep the plants to a minimal. Minimum. The more plants that you add in the enclosure, the bigger the tank's going to be, essentially because you're adding surface area, right? So just want to make sure that they can find their food at every feeding. You want them to grow with opportunity, and typically they are full size like the general was by 2 years old. So this one's a little empty bag, super cute, unsexed. Oh, looks like we've got some questions on YouTube. Does the full process of shedding take a long time from not eating to a full shed does? So I think, Paul, what you're asking is basically they go through like a pre-shed. Well, they will start to look milky, and then the skin will be loose, the shed will be loose, and then they'll eat it. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but how long does that entire process? So pre-shed to fresh, no shed, anywhere between 12 and 48 hours, essentially. What I always recommend, if you notice your gecko doesn't feel very sticky, or maybe they look very milky, you can look at the mouth. And if the mouth kind of looks a little different in the scale color than the rest of the body, they're in what we call pre-shed. It's always best to avoid handling your gecko, but keep all of your care the same. If you mist too heavily when they're in shed, it may cause the shed to stick to them, and then when they have that dry out period, it can kind of be like saran wrap. So it's always important to peek in on your gecko when you know they're getting ready to shed, and just make sure that they've got all of that shed off, but don't be alarmed if it takes a little bit longer than normal. Also, I've had another great question. Hello, what is up, Evelyn? Welcome, welcome. I had another question too, about it was about shedding. Let me think. Oh no, it lost me. I lost it. What was it? It was about shedding. Oh no. Okay, we'll come back to that. But with the shedding, it's just important to kind of be hands off, of course. With stuck shed, what you can do is you can take a deli cup that your gecko will come in. There is ventilation. There are holes in there. Put a paper towel down in there just like so. And then you're going to moisten it really, really good and leave them in here overnight. Make sure they're not by a heat source or in a drafty area, and that's going to help them loosen up some of that stuck shed. Now, if you notice them shedding, you don't need to do this. You need to let them work the process over. Typically, they will eat their own shed, but that's not always the case. Oh, I know what I was going to say about shedding. So another question I had was, how often do crested geckos shed? And honestly, it just depends on how fast they're growing. So typically, once they reach an adult size, they don't shed as frequently, but they still will go through that shedding process. So don't fret if your gecko seems like they're not shedding enough or they're shedding too much. That is simply just their body's natural cycle with their growth rate. And again, temperatures can change how fast they grow because it's going to change their metabolism. If you keep your crested gecko a little bit cooler, so in the upper 60s, even 70 degrees, they're not going to eat as much because their metabolism slowed down. Therefore, they're not going to shed as much. But if you keep them a little bit warmer, say 75, 76, they're going to eat and grow a little bit quicker and they're going to shed more frequently. Hello, what is up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Be sure to share this live. We're going to start going through a couple questions. Paul, I hope that answered your question. If not, you can drop another message. Oh, I have one more to show. Oh, and this one left you guys a little present. Stevie Nicks is this little baby's name. Come here, Stevie. They don't want to see your present. A present means number twos, just in case you're curious. So this is Stevie Nicks. Stevie is unsexed. And look how funny. So this gecko is so bright and vibrant. Couple little cute Dalmatian spots. Fun dorsal pattern. And if you're curious about what the dorsal is, that is simply their back. Dorsum is actually, I think, the correct word to use. And there we go. Such a cute little bright gecko. And I love the dark tail. Check out those bands down the tail. Super unique. Absolutely adorable. So this one, I don't know if this one is on the website yet. I think this one is getting ready to be released onto the website. But if you want first dibs before you see any of these geckos on the website, you can DM me. So Stevie here. And then we also had Zen, this little dark baby empty back. Super cute, super cute. And we're going to be releasing some more. If you are looking for certain colors or patterns, you can always inbox me as well. So we have covered Hazel and the gecko, or Hazel the gecko says, hi, I love it. I love it. Thank you, Zach. Yes. Stevie has such a cool tail. So if you're just now joining us, be sure to check out the website because you guys get first dibs on our March Madness sale that is happening right now. So I just posted that on the website. As soon as you go to yetigex.com, you will see the super cute leprechaun crested gecko. You can just click on that picture. There's actually two photos because we are doing a special deal, one gecko or two geckos, and you can read all the details at yetigex.com. Let's see, Paul, thank you. My geckos can no longer climb the glass. This started Sunday, and it's really lethargic, not moving or jumping at all. It has not eaten. Yes. Should I be concerned? Paul, I would be concerned. I don't know if it's a female, but females on a very rare occasion can become egg-bound. If that is the case, typically they will be lethargic and they will not eat very well, either because they're egg-bound or because they're getting ready to actually lay those eggs. But I have been talking with my mentor and a couple other of old school breeders, and it seems like drastic changes in temperature can cause a female or help a female become egg bound. So here in Tennessee, it was super warm. We had like full spring a couple days ago. And then last night it was like freezing or below freezing. So it's very important to kind of pay attention to those temperatures. Never keep your geckos in near the window or near a drafty area. And that's simply because the temperatures can fluctuate too much. So Paul, unfortunately, oh, it says she is a baby. Paul, what I would recommend doing, you can DM me either on my website or on my social media. Just go to the bottom of the website and you can see all my social media links. DM me some pictures and videos, and hopefully I'll be able to help you. Sometimes if you're not correct with the humidity, which can kind of vary on depending where you're living at, but I can definitely try to help you out there. So yes, send me pictures and videos. Those are worth 1,000 words when diagnosing crested geckos. Now, without any further delay, I'm going to go over, let me shut this tank up here. I'm so excited to be able to offer these amazing tanks to you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so tickled. So we are going to go over a couple gecko questions. So we've already covered what their skin feels like. It does feel like velvet. It feels very soft and squishy. They are so sweet and so handleable. I absolutely love these guys. You can see I have several all the way around the room behind you guys. Let's see. And do I prefer keeping males or females? So this was another great question. And truthfully, I started with 2 females, but I had intentions on breeding right from the moment I learned about crested geckos. I fell in love with them. I wanted little baby crested geckos. Um, it's about personal preference. So the difference between male and females. It is not typical to have an aggressive crested gecko for starters, regardless of its gender. Females are 1% more difficult to keep, in my opinion. And that is because females will lay eggs regardless of if they've been bred or not. So female crested geckos will lay up to 2 eggs a month, 5 to 7 months per year. Now, there is some variation with that. I've had a gecko not lay eggs an entire year. I've had a gecko lay 12 eggs a year. I've had a gecko lay 1 egg, then 2, then 1, then 2 every month. So there can be some variation, but because these females are laying eggs, they use their calcium reserves to make those eggs. So it is imperative that you are supplementing the females with calcium when they're a subadult or adult size. The calcium sacs, which is their calcium reserves, are actually inside of their mouth under the roof, in the roof of their mouth under their eyes. So you can gently tickle their mouth or the scales around their mouth, and they will open their mouth there. And you just need to have good light, and you can see what looks like 2 pearls up in the roof of their mouth. If you see 2 pearls, then you know that those geckos are indeed healthy and they have enough calcium to produce eggs. It is important, though, that you do check that every so often and be sure to supplement whenever they lay eggs. Males can be absolutely wonderful, as long as you don't smell like a female. So if you have both and you handle a female first and then you handle a male, the male's likely to smell the female on your hand and mistaken you for a girl gecko. And if you didn't know, we'll look at the general here. Males and females have these amazing, come here, honey, these amazing fat pads right on the back of their head. So right here, it's super squishy and soft. They have little ear holes. But these, and you can see I'm just gently kind of grabbing that right there, these are here for breeding purposes. So the male will actually hang on tight to these little fat pads, which will help them avoid injury. Look how sweet he is. Oh my gosh, I love him. And hold on for dear life when they breed. So with that being said, you just need to make sure if you have both genders to hold your male first. That's just good practice, and then hold the female, because you don't want to be mistaken for a female and have them latch on and try to make sweet, tender love with your hand, as we will say. Very few males are just a little bit more high-strung, but I've heard of females being high-strung too. So truthfully, it's entirely up to you on what you want to do. You can start with a baby and grow it up. You can start with an adult and grow it up. I just don't recommend getting hatchlings. So I can show you guys a hatchling. Let me grab a hatchling. We will get Colt out. Where'd you go, Colt? Colt's so tiny. Come here, Colt. Where are you going? Because I'm running away. So you guys saw just a little bit ago that this is Zen. Well, this is a hatchling. And Colt was actually born February 11th or 14th. I can't quite see from here. So if you want to look at the size. Now, hatchlings are very tiny and very delicate and very skittish. They're a little bit more difficult to get started. Here we go. Also, they are much more likely to overheat in your hand. So I never recommend getting a hatchling unless you are an experienced, you see how scared he is? Unless you are an experienced keeper. And the reason being is they are just much more sensitive to husbandry mishaps, I think is the right way to say it. So always go for something typically 7 grams or bigger, which is more like the size of Zen. I'm going to put Colt up really quick, but I just want to show you this cute little gecko that is just about a month old. And he is scared for his life, but he is actually still really chill compared to most hatchlings. What is up, Locos Geckos? Hello, Infinite. How are you? So I do have a minimum size and age that I like to wait until I sell my geckos, just to make sure that they're very well started. They understand, hey, that's food and I'm going to go eat it. Also, I just want them to be on the best foot forward, and I want you to be successful when you get your first gecko or even your third or your fifth gecko. Let's see, another question. What do they eat? So I kind of just touched base on that. Real quick, though, these guys eat a prepared diet. So it is a powdered diet. It's good in the fridge, sealed up in this resealable bag for 12 months, and it smells really fruity. All you do is mix a little water and make it like a little yogurt. They will lick it up. These guys eat out of small dishes. So here is a dish that I use for my adults. Now I do a heaping amount in here, but it's kind of like yogurt when you mix it up, or even ketchup. And again, it smells really fruity and amazing, and these guys love, love, love this. Plus, this brand especially is formulated to support their healthy and unique bones. So it's very important to get a good quality Crested Gecko diet. This is a 2-ounce bag. Excuse me. So for little Colt, that little tiny hatchling, this 1 2-ounce bag is probably going to last 6 months. So they don't eat a whole lot. For an adult, like the general, this is probably going to last him about 2 months. Just kind of depending on how much waste you have. Let's see, YouTube, we've got some questions. Paul, room temperature 70, 74. That's good. You are good with the temperature. Zach wants to say Hazel has 2 moods. Option 1, hops out of the tank and makes me chase her or stares at me. How funny. She wants to know where the snacks are, Zach. That is too funny. Does anybody else have like, oh, my bird says hi, guys. Does anybody else have a gecko that has like the coolest personality? I had a female, and one of my friends has her now, and she would just sit and hang out and wait for me to open the door, and then she would hop out on me and just chill. She'd just sit right here and hang out. She's so much fun. Got here at a year old last year, I think. Do they stop dead in their tracks if they see lightning, since they are night lizards? So, Zach, it's actually a misconception that crested geckos are nocturnal. They're a very specific small group of animal that are in the group of crepuscular animals, which means that they are most active at dawn and dusk. Okay, baby bird. We hear you, baby bird. They're most active at dawn and dusk, and then they spend equal amounts of time awake during the day and night. But as far as lighting or lightning, I'm not sure which one you meant, but like a flashlight, they are sensitive to bright lights. Their eyes react like a cat. So their pupils will actually dilate at night and their eyes will turn almost completely black, or during the day they will constrict and be very small slits. It's just important, if you do shine a flashlight on your gecko to kind of spy and see what they're doing in the nighttime, that you're not using any that you're not using any colored lights. So there have been studies shown that colored lights like blues or red, especially in plant lights, can, in long term, cause blindness in your crested gecko. Oh, I love it. Steven, is it HJ? HJ Stevenson says, my gecko has no brain cells at all. Ditto. I have so many, and they're just like, is there food coming? So much fun. Hey, Amber, what is up, everybody? So if you have any questions, we are going through a couple that were submitted, but I'm happy to answer any questions while we're live. Again, if you are here tonight, be sure to share. We're over on YouTube as well. And we have started our March Madness deal. So peek on over at the website. You will see some St. Patty's Day geckos over there. And those deals are live. You guys are the first to know about them. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I hope everybody's doing great. I do have a favorite morph. Yes. So Dancer is actually my favorite morph. So he is a triple X lily white. And we'll zoom in real good so you can see. And then I'll show you guys over on YouTube. Now this one is young. Sorry, it's so blurry, guys. Wonder if I really up close. Nope. There's no magic spot. I'm still figuring out YouTube, so my apologies, everybody. You can check him out on the website. Let me show you the non-lily version. So this one is a little bit younger, but this is Lido, triple X. This is a full sibling to the... Okay, whatever you want to do is fine, buddy. This is a full sibling to the gecko I just showed you. So beautiful, striking, bright color. What are you wiggling your butt for, mister? So a lot of you may not know this, but when you handle an adult male and then you handle a younger male, baby bird, maybe I'll let my bird out so you can have snacks. But when you handle an adult male and then you handle a younger male, the younger male can actually get very nervous. Males are very aggressive toward each other and territorial in the wild. And so this young male can smell that bigger male and he knows trouble is around. So you'll see he's acting very skittish and nervous. His tail may even stick a little bit straight up and be a little bit more prone there. But I absolutely love this fella right here. To answer your question, this is a triple X non-lily. And then here is the sibling that is available currently. So yeah, beautiful animals. These guys are so much fun to watch grow. Okay, Lido, let's see. What about you guys? Do you have a favorite morph? Okay, baby bird. I know, you're just hanging out. You're just hanging out. You can have some snacks. Snackies for the bird. Step up. Good. Step down. Good. There you go. He's so curious. I love my little parrot, but sometimes he's just like, yakka, 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 yakka. Dark phantoms. I love that. Love it, love it. Lavenders. Oh my gosh, my heart is with lavenders. I was a madman last year. Let me show you this beautiful lavender that is breeding for me this year. He is currently unfired. Check him out. And he does not get much darker than this. Absolutely. Oh, did you drop your treat? Whee! I know you smell the boys all over me. Absolutely beautiful fellow. So I am so excited for him to be breeding for me this year. Do you have food on you? What is that? He's like, I don't know. It's like, oh, it's a misfire. So you can see he's fired in that one little spot. And he just does not get very dark. Such a super cool animal. Super soft. Fun, beautiful, dark ringed eyes. Let's see if we can get focus on here, you guys, over on YouTube. Yes, I agree. Green Acres says it is impossible. It is so hard to pick just one. I could not agree with you more on that. Green Acres also says black empty back red phantoms with portholes. Oh my gosh, you should see some of the geckos that are going to be part of the March Madness sales. I showed a couple earlier. I have some beautiful dark phantoms, some cute dows, some reds, empty back, quad stripes, just so many fun geckos that I'm doing for the March Madness sale. So much fun. You guys check out the website. Let's see. Zach, we answered your question, Zach. Do they stop dead in their tracks? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when it's dark outside and you shine a bright light on them, their eyes will constrict, their pupils will constrict, and they need to like adjust to that light, right? I mean, I don't know exactly what it's like to see out of a crested gecko's eyes, but I know if I'm walking around in the dark and somebody puts a light on me, I'm going to be like, whoa, partner. Is that you? Is that the light at the end of the tunnel? Like somebody pitched me. Oh, just play, guys. All right, so we are going to do another question on here. How big do they get? So the average adult length with a tail is 7 to 9 inches. And I will post a picture on my story after the live if you guys want to check it out on Facebook or Instagram. And I'll post it on TikTok too, actually. I have two males that are right over here in these bioactives up top. Let's see if we can turn everybody to see. Bam! Right here. And they are so incredibly different in size. One is the 7-incher and the other one is 9 inches long. They have about a 15 weight difference between them, and they're both the same age. So genetics do play a part in the overall size of the crested gecko. Oh, Kira is here. Hello. Kira, would you like to see your cute baby? I was thinking about you, and I wanted to pull her out. Come here, Freckles. Did I scare you? So when they sleep, their little eyes are so sunken in. This is, what you doing? Why are you so spooked? She's like, oh my gosh, scary, scary bright light. I've got kind of the lights dimmed down, so everybody's probably like getting ready to wake up. What you doing? She's so happy. So this is Freckles, Kiara's new super cute gecko. Look how beautiful. I just love this little girl. Whee! Are you feeling happy? Tonight is feeding night, so I'm sure all the geckos can smell the food that I've got made. Got a little piece of fuzz. There we go. Look how cute. There we go. She's settling down now. She's like, Mama, you scared me. I thought you were a bird. There is a bird down here, as a matter of fact. Super cute. Oh, yes. I just love her. Look at this. Look, there she goes. Whee. So sweet. Oh, I'm so excited for you to get little Freckles this week. We've got several other geckos shipping out, so if you do see one on the website, weather is looking good, we can ship to you this week. Okay, so next question. This is the last question that was submitted. Of course, if you have any questions, get them in the chat now. Zach wants to know, what is the recommended feeding time frame? So I prefer to feed in the evenings. And the reason being is also in the evenings is when I do my misting. So here in Tennessee, I only need to mist typically once a day, depending on how cold it is. Because when it's cold outside, the heat's on in the house. When the heat's on in the house, your humidity is going to drop. The air is going to be a little bit drier. So I'm fortunate. I only have to mist usually once a day. And then as soon as I get done misting, that's when I like to feed. And the reason being is that if it's a little dry, your gecko food will dry out faster. Now, you can offset that by adding just a little bit more water into the crested gecko diet. So you make it a little bit more like ketchup versus a milkshake. But you just want to make sure that they're getting a lot of nutritional value. So make sure you're making it a little thick. That way they can get all the nutrients that they want. As far as misting, some people do it with their work schedule. So if they get up in the morning and they work all day until late at night, or they have a lot of chaos when they get home, you can mist in the day, in the morning, maybe just put the food out then as well. These guys are crepuscular, so they are known to eat whenever there's food available. Let's see. Kiera wants to know, oh, this enclosure right here. Yes, isn't it wonderful? So this is an adult enclosure that is soon coming to the website. It is going to come with all of these goodies inside. This enclosure will be $129 shipped. You don't have to worry about shipping. It's going to be a flat box, so it is flat packed, and you can build it yourself. I built mine. It was my first one that I built, so it took me a little bit longer than my second one would be. But really, it's totally doable for one person. I love the way that the ventilation is in this tank. Adequate ventilation, nice, beautiful, clear front. And then the latches are perfect. So super easy magnetic latches. But the way that these are made, you don't have to worry about your gecko jumping on the front and popping it open. These latches keep the tank secure. And then your handle. And voila! Is perfecto. So these are going to be suitable for an adult, but yes, with the proper items inside, you can be successful. Oh, you can be successful with a young crested gecko in here. Just don't fill it full of plants, because then you're making the tank so much bigger and they may have a harder time finding their food. Oh, I love it, Kiera. So I've been kind of debating, because we are about 4 weeks out as far as shipping these guys. I've thought about going ahead and doing pre-orders for these, but again, just $129. You can always DM me if you are open to a pre-order, and I can set up a special reservation for you on the website. That is no problem. But they are so nice. I will show you guys the whole 360 of these. So great ventilation here. We've got ventilation on the back and ventilation on this side. Wonderful. Absolutely love these enclosures. So these are super lightweight, absolutely perfect. Just use a paper towel substrate, and you can just fix your little gecko up right like that. Just perfect. Oh, wonderful. I love it. Thank you so much, guys. So much. As far as to answer the other question about feeding, so I typically feed on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, but because I do travel a lot doing the Southeast Reptile Expos, speaking of which, we'll be in Bristol this Saturday, Bristol, Virginia, but sometimes I will alternate. So if I know I'm going to be on the road on Friday, I will feed Thursday night before my geckos travel with me. Also, sometimes Fridays are bug nights, so I may still feed on Thursdays. I double up, I guess you could say, whenever I am traveling. So they may get an extra, I about said extra omelet. Geckos don't eat omelets. They may get an extra serving of food during the week if I've got plans to go out of town. And that's just to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to eat and get their bellies full. You know, sometimes they clean their bowls and sometimes they're like super full and they don't touch their food, but nothing to fret, because these guys know what's going on. I mean, they survived the ant invasion. You know, we thought they were extinct for 100 years, and they are thriving. They're super easy. Very little to have to worry about with these guys, as long as you understand that hotter temperatures can be lethal, and that they do need their prepared diet because of their complex bones and mineral and nutrient needs. So cricket omelet, I love it. Yes, yes. So super important. You can do bugs as an optional treat, but it is imperative that you feed the crested gecko diet, the powdered diet, and that's just because long-term bugs are not going to help your gecko live very long. You need to give them all the minerals and nutrients. In the wild, these guys eat near-rotting fruit, smaller geckos. Recent research has shown that these guys eat snails in the wild for their calcium and mineral needs. Plus, they're going to eat bugs too. So they do have a varied diet in the wild. They are omnivores, and just bugs are not going to cut it. Now, other geckos, yes, but crested geckos, no. Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Oh, welcome, welcome, guys. We are just going over a couple of new items. So the March Madness sale has dropped. That is going to be going on for the next week. You can feel free to pop up over there. It is a mystery. We are doing a buy one, and it's all free shipping. Taxes wrapped in. Super easy to check out. We're shipping this week. It looks like we're going to be shipping next week, too. Of course, if you guys have any questions, you can just hop on over to my inbox or shoot me an email at yetigex.com, yetigex@gmail.com. It's 75. Oh, somebody else is asking about my favorite morph. I will show Dancer again. I love this boy. And Zach wants to know if 75 a good temp for the top of the tank. Yes, sir. So anything between 68 and 78 is going to be safe for these guys. I do not like to get above 78. Let's see, we will bring this. You know what? You just come on out and get out with me. Come here. Love this guy. Absolutely love. So this is a triple X lily white. We're trying to show YouTube. YouTube is not having it. Dun, 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 dun. He's so cool. This is Dancer on the website. It looks like it's so like whited out. This gecko looks like he's glowing, even all the way back. Oh, there we go. He stopped glowing. He stopped glowing. How funny. Let's see if we can adjust. Whoo, we can get dark in here. Yay. Oh, we got some color. See, it's a little fuzzy on there for our YouTubers. Oh, and he says hello, so splat right on the camera there. He is a triple X morph, lily white, and let me see if I can grab his dad. Where you at, Daddy-O? Mr. Holly. Oh, I see him. Don't be scared. I know I smell like a boy. Whee! I promise I don't want to fight you. I promise I don't want to fight you. So this is Mr. Holly. This is the dad. Large male, lily white. Check out that head. Absolutely beautiful. And he smells those males on me. So he is kind of licky right now. He's definitely feeling a little nervous. And check out that coverage. Oh my gosh. Beautiful, beautiful guy. So Dancer and Mick Jagger on the website are full siblings. And this is the daddy. I know you smell them boys. He's got the squish. I know. You smell the guys. No, sir. No, sir. You don't have to fight. He's like, I'm not fighting. That kind of felt pretty good. Are you going to be sweet? He totally smells the males. Okay. I won't stress you out. You can go back to your house. He's like, thanks, ma'am. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, guys. Dad to my girl. Yes, that is Mr. Holly. Yes, I was handling some big males. I'll show you some of the males that I was handling. The General, which is going to be included in our March Madness sale. And Taco, also going to be included in our March Madness sale. Yes, they are in small cups, but just for the show. I typically do larger cups for these guys whenever they ship. Not typically. I do. And also whenever I travel. But I quickly grabbed a couple of super cool geckos I just kind of wanted to tease you guys with for our March Madness sale. Taco, yes, and we've got Bridget as well. So there will be females also for the March Madness. This is Bridget. She is the sweetest little puppy gecko there ever was. Clearly, she can't figure out how to get out of the topless cup. Oh, there we go. She's thinking about it. And there's going to be a lot of other super sweet geckos. So if you're thinking about getting your first gecko, this is the time. Oh, Mr. McBitey is doing so good. I actually got some updates. I need to post them. Oh, yes, he is doing great. My sweet boy. Oh, I love getting updates. So if you're here and you have one of my geckos, be sure to send me pictures. I love knowing that they're doing good. Send me questions if you have any questions. Paleo's like, Steve. Steve was a funny boy. I'm late to the party. How's their temperament with jumping? Great question. So, each gecko kind of has their own personality. The younger the gecko, the shorter amount of time that they've had in the world. And these guys hatch out on the run. So they are a food source on the island that they're from. They hatch out, they wiggle, they hopefully don't get eaten when they're first born, and then they basically just run and hide. That is their main form of defense. So if you're looking for a more laid back and calm gecko, typically you're going to get exactly what you want, something that's super sweet like these adults that I have, and super squishy and super calm with an adult. Now the March Madness sale is going to be adults only. They are all very, very calm and used to being handled. I will show you guys the general. Now, I have been handling some other males, and males are territorial, so they can be a little bit aggressive only when you smell like a male. But that's not always the case. But you just don't want to handle a female and then handle a male because they are very familiar with the smell. So this is the general. He is an adult male, quad stripe phantom, and he is fired down right now. But look how calm. So not even once. And I can touch him in all of his sensitive areas. So if you want to reduce the chances of them dropping their tail or hopping, don't touch them where I'm touching them. But General here is so chill. He really doesn't mind. I can touch him anywhere I want to. Maybe not the little part, the boy parts down there. That may get him going a little bit. But on the head, down the back, and on his belly inside. So super squishy, and absolutely love this fellow. He is going to be one of the ones included in our March Madness sale. So it's all about personality. The March Madness sale is geared toward first-time Crested Gecko keepers that are looking for an adult gecko that is more relaxed and calm and used to being handled. Oh, they still don't like going in the cup, though. Come here. I know. I'll put you back in your house here soon. Thank you so much, Amber, and great question, Carmen. Check over on YouTube. Oh, Jeremiah, I know he's such a big guy. There are going to be both small and large adults in the March Madness sale. So again, this is an adult enclosure. This measures 12 inches by 12 inches by 18 tall. And these will soon be available to the website. If you would like to pre-order one, these guys shipped with all the goodies you see inside are going to be $129. You can just DM me, and we can do a private checkout for you on the website. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. Oh, I appreciate it so much. Hey, what is up, Kazoo? How are you? It was so good to meet you down in Atlanta. That was wonderful. So nice to meet you guys. All right, let's see. We've got misting, I know, is what we want, but for other views, what about foggers? Okay, great question. Do not use a fogger with a crested gecko. Foggers are more geared for chameleons. Chameleons are, the chameleon zone of humidity is like this. The crested gecko zone for humidity is there's a lot more range to it. Foggers long-term can cause respiratory infections. Also, in your enclosure. Do not use a waterfall, as they will use the bathroom in these and bacteria will breed in there, and then you may have a sick and unhealthy crested gecko. A water dish is great for your crested gecko, as they will drink from those both during the day and during the night. Plus, a lot of people don't know this, but crested geckos can absorb water through their vent, which is their area down here, and that can help hydrate them in case they need to have a bowel movement. So fresh water is a plus. Waterfalls and foggers are a negative. You can use an automatic mister. Just be sure that when you set it up, that you are using it while you are at home to be able to dial it in into the misting amount. I have heard too many stories of people using an automatic mister. They're going out of town, they order it the day before, they get it all hooked up and plugged in, and then they start it and they leave to Jamaica or wherever they're going, and they come home and their enclosure is flooded out. So it is imperative that when you first get your mister, your automatic mister, if you plan to go that route, that you have it all fine-tuned and set up appropriately long before going out of town. We do not want crested geckos swimming in their tank. So great question. Wonderful question. We will answer just a couple more questions and then we are going to call it a night. If you are just coming in, swing on over to the website, join the Gecko Club. You will be automatically entered in to win a crested gecko every month that we give a crested gecko away. So we just drew for February's winner. I am actually meeting February's winner tomorrow, as well as delivering a couple of other crested geckos to some families. And we will be drawing for March's crested gecko winner Tuesday, April 1st. So all you have to do is join the club and be patient. Come and join us when we do our live drawing to see if you won firsthand. Oh, there's my bird. Hello, Hat. Step up. I know. So my bird is not very excited about the camera. Come on. I know, and he likes to hide. It's okay. You're going to come on my shoulder? Are you really in my hair? Can I have kisses? He does not like it. Kisses? Okay, kisses? Are you being weird? Do you, yes? Okay. So this is Baby Bird, if you guys are just popping in. For a first-time crested owner, would you recommend the standard setup or a bioactive? So bioactives are great. Behind me, I have paper towel. Okay. Behind me, I have paper towel substrates. And then we will turn you guys just a little bit over. YouTube can see my bioactives. These are all bioactives. Pretty bird. The bins are not. But, okay, thank you. They think you're pretty. Uh-huh. Did you eat all your treats? Okay. Be good boy. Or girl. We don't know. Yeah, we don't know. Baby Bird's almost a year old, so got him. Gosh, when did I get you? You don't know? I don't know either. So to answer your question, peekaboo. To answer your question, I like to start my crested geckos on a paper towel substrate, and don't be mad, and that is because I feel like when I first get a crested gecko, I like to monitor their fecals, I like to monitor how much food they're eating, and in a bioactive, it's a little bit more difficult to do that. So I recommend always quarantine your animals when you first get them on a paper towel, just to make sure everything's smooth and that they understand how to eat and where their food is. Once they get comfortable after 30 to 60 days, if you want to do a bioactive, that is wonderful. Do a bioactive. They're beautiful. They're a lot of fun to build. I have a simple 3-minute long YouTube video on how to build a starter bioactive. You don't have to use foam. You don't have to do any carvings or anything like that. It's very straightforward. No bite. Thank you. He's molting. Ow. Yeah, he loves kisses, though. You love kisses. And you're also a shoulder pirate, but, you win some, you lose some. So with bioactives, I never recommend them for baby crested geckos. In my opinion, Zen and Stevie even dancer, because they're below 20 to 25 grams, in my opinion, they're too small to be in a bioactive. And the reason being is that crested geckos sometimes like to ingest dirt, and they can not only choke on dirt, but they can become impacted and pass away. So I have had, okay, thank you. I have had zero loss, and that's the way I like it to be for all of my families that have crested geckos. But once they get around 20 to 25 grams, swallowing a lot of dirt isn't typical. They're more likely to spit it up because they'll quickly realize it is not a food item. Thank you for kisses. Oh yeah, thank you. You like my diamonds? Quit it. So that is just my opinion there. Now this tank down here is an 1824. I have my largest crested gecko in there. And then all of these guys are 18, 12, 12, 18s. Oh, you gonna be sweet now? Okay, whatever. Hey, what is up? What is up? Oh yeah, so great question. I think it's always best to transition from paper towel to bioactive. Plus, that's gonna give you time to let your plants get nice and rooted, and they're gonna do a lot better in your tank. Just be sure that you do not use any plants that are going to need dry dirt, like succulents, for example, and nothing that's spiky along the edges. So like some Brahms have serrated edges, and those can actually injure your crested gecko's delicate skin. I prefer plants like pothos and Fittonia. Some Brahms are going to be great. I actually picked up a Brahm. Let me show you guys. I don't even know what type this one is. It doesn't even say, but look how cool. So this is going to go great in a bioactive. Gives it a little pop of color, and I'm super excited to be able to plant this guy in a tank. I find building out bioactives to be super relaxing, so if you haven't done it, try it. It's super fun. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Zach says, say you got an auto mister. What time do you recommend for and how long in the tank? Do you recommend tap or filtered water? So tap water is a little tricky because there's going to be things like fluoride and chlorine in it. I always say if you have, ow, no bite. I know you're sleepy. I would say if you have hard water, it's best to do filtered water. Get a reverse osmosis system. No. Get a reverse osmosis. Quit. Get a reverse osmosis system. You can use filtered water. You can use mineral water. There's a lot of different options. I don't like to use distilled water because some of the minerals in mineral water are going to be healthy for your gecko. No. I know you're mad. Come here. He's so grumpy. I know you want to be a shoulder pirate. That's fine, but you can't touch my necklace. So, my necklace, I got it like a couple years ago, and within the first month, my bird broke it. And we had to get it repaired, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Oh, yeah. Okay, kisses. So my favorite gecko I have a couple. That's such a tricky question. Don't give me tricky questions. Maybe say my favorite. I don't have a favorite. I have 15 favorites. That's so tricky. Mr. Holly is definitely in my top 15. Sunshine's in there. Lazy Boy, Sunichi. I've got so many. I have so many geckos. I love them all. We love them all. The bird is jealous. So as top 5. Oh my gosh. Top 5. That's so tricky. That is such a tricky question. I'll have to think on that one. That's a hard one. I can never answer that. Yeah, it's super hard. Depends on the day. It depends on so many things. It depends on the time of day. But let me get back to Zach's question, and then I will let my bird come here. I know you're upset. I know. You're molting and you're grumpy, and you have dried spinach on your face. Is that, you have a seed on your mouth. Can I have that? Thank you. Yeah, no, okay. So with an automatic mister, I honestly have never used an automatic mister. I hand mist all 200 plus geckos that I own. I can do it in 10 minutes. Your best thing to do is reach out to the manufacturer and get a recommendation. Start small and work your way up as far as your mister goes. So if you work day shift, set it to go on in the evening, which is going to be ideal. And also my bird's just chilling, which is going to be ideal simply because you can watch it and monitor it. I don't know what kind of tank that you have. Glass tanks, the humidity is going to evaporate faster than PVC because of the style of ventilation that these guys have. Also, bins are not, which you probably wouldn't use an auto mister in a bin, but if you did, it's probably going to be very humid and you're going to need very little misting. So it's a very tricky question. I would just make sure that when you're getting it set up that you're home when it's running, so then you can kind of guesstimate. But start small, get it yourself a hydrometer, something that will measure the humidity in your enclosure, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. Scales and Tails on IG says, I have an auto mister, but I've never used it. Yeah, people that travel a lot, they're great because your gecko can be perfectly safe home alone for several days, for a long weekend, as long as you give them extra food and water before you leave and a heavy misting. But a lot of families like to use an automatic mister. So that is my recommendation. Do some trial and error. Every brand is going to be different. I do know that the fittings vary depending what kind of mister you have. I have heard from people that use auto misters, I know you're so sweet, that Mist King is going to be the absolute best. So if you are thinking about getting one, I would definitely look into a Mist King. Are you done? Do you want to go sit on your perch? I think he's happy now. He just wanted to snuggle. He's molting, so he's got all his little pin feathers coming in, and he's not very happy about that. Yeah, you're sweet bird. You're sweet bird. Okay, let me put the bird up, and I will show you guys another beautiful gecko. He's a good bird. And we are going to call it a night. Blue Jay, are you sleeping? So this is Blue Jay. He is probably my top 5. He is a cold fusion outcross that I produced a couple years ago. I love this gecko. And the reason why I love this gecko is all of those super cool white spots right along his neck there. So I think those are super cool. He's always had those ever since he was a baby. He will be breeding before we know it. I am super excited to see what this guy produces, but just an absolutely gorgeous animal. So definitely in my top 5. I have a hard time picking just 5, but I can show you one that is in the top 5 for sure. I like the gecko. Thank you, thank you. Okay, everybody, if we don't have any more questions, then we will sign off. Don't forget, we will be here next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, both on YouTube and on Instagram. If you have any questions about any of the geckos on the website or anybody you saw tonight, feel free to DM me. Also, same with our enclosure here, that is going to be $129.99 shipped with all the goodies inside. Those are standard adult-sized enclosures. They are not released on the website just yet because we're looking about 4 to 6 weeks shipping time right now. But you can pre-order. You just need to give me a heads up and I'll put your order on the website so you can check out. Also, just so you know, we do pay in 4 as well on the website. And if you haven't already, join our Gecko Club where you can enter to win a free Crested Gecko. Just join our club at yetigex.com. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, my Uris are busy. I can't wait. I'm going to have little baby Urodactylotes. Oh, I got some eggs cooking. A couple of them's getting close. I do not own any tokays. I like sweet geckos. My bird is about the honoriest animal. It is the honoriest animal I own. And he's really sweet. He just doesn't really like all the lenses and all the screens, and probably is curious why his mom, me, is so little. So who knows? Who knows? So I appreciate you guys. We're going to touch base. Let's see. YouTube looks good. I appreciate everybody that came out tonight. Be sure to share the giveaway with your friends. You can check out my pinned post on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. And of course, if you guys need anything at all, feel free to DM. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. And oh, I love it. Good night from the UK. Good night from USA, guys. You all have a wonderful evening. This guy right here, 12/12/18, is going to be $129.99 shipped, and it's going to come with everything you need. So we've got food dishes, and a brand new plant in there. Wonderful, wonderful. Scales and tails, be sure to let me know when your sweethearts come tomorrow. I'm so excited for you. Can't wait. Oh no, Korean flaked on me. No, I'm just kidding. We're calling it a night, but I'm glad that you made it by. You want 12 of them. Well, I am going to have limited stock, but you just let me know and we can get you squared away. Yes, absolutely, guys. So we don't have them available on the website just yet, but you can DM me and get your order secured. We're looking about 4 to 6 weeks as far as to get them shipped out right now. So we can get them secured for you and get you all taken care of. Okay, guys, well, that is it for tonight. Be sure, if you're just coming in, head on over to yetigex.com, join our Gecko Club for a chance to enter a free gecko. And just so you know, you guys are first to know about our March Madness sale. So you can pop on over there and or just DM me and I'll give you all the info. Thank you guys so much, and you guys have a wonderful night. I appreciate all of the support. Thank you guys for the great questions and for joining me tonight. You guys, good night. Have a great night. Good night, YouTube. We love you, YouTube.